Some of you guys are in storms like this today. So the storms come and they bring with them fear, anxiety, and pain. But I want you guys to know that there's no storm on earth that heaven cannot calm. No problem so great that Jesus cannot fix. So bring your storms to Him and watch Jesus deal with them. So what's the sources of these storms? What was the source of the storm? Where did this storm come from? It may just have been natural, right? Because we just learned about the Sea of Galilee, how this sea is vulnerable to storms like this in nature, right? But however, this night, storms don't usually come at night like this. And so this night, this kind of storm was really rare, extremely rare. And so God might have sent this storm for the very purpose of teaching the disciples to trust Jesus. Or the storm could have come from Satan, right? Could have came from Satan. When Jesus calmed the storm, He said, "Be still." This same word, "be still," is translated in Mark 1, verse 25 as, hold your peace. In Mark chapter 1 here, Jesus was using this word to command the demons to be quiet. Right? Perhaps this storm was an attempt by Satan to destroy Jesus. But the Bible doesn't really reveal us the source of this storm. And so just like the storms in our lives can come from many different sources. Sometimes the storms in our lives are our own fault, right? We do things that get us into trouble, and we have to pay the price. If you don't believe me, look at the book of Jonah. What Jonah goes through. All the problems he goes through is his own doing. We always reap what we sow. And sometimes the storms in our life are caused by us. Sometimes God sends the storms, though. Why would He do that? Why would He send problems and storms our way? Well, sometimes He does that to discipline us, to draw us closer to Him. This was the case with David after he sinned with Bathsheba. Right? He stole someone's wife. Sometimes God does it to teach us to trust Him more deeply. This was the case with Job, right? And all that he was forced to go through. When God sends the storm, it's always to draw us closer to Him. And sometimes Satan is allowed to send storms our way. And Satan will whip up a storm in our life to defeat you, right? To defeat us and drive us away from God. He will do everything in his power to destroy you and your faith in God. We have a real enemy who is seeking to defeat and destroy God's children, and he will do everything it takes to accomplish this. But we remember and we know that Satan is limited in his ability to torment us because God is in control, because He is sovereign. Right? So this is the power of the storm. It's sudden, it's powerful to wreck our lives, and it comes from different sources. Right?